Camp Pedestrian pose un peu de problème pour moi. Camp Pedestrian poses a little bit of a problem for me. Il porte chaque jour une colère de crucifix autour du cou. Every day he wears a crucifix around his neck. That is something we must deal with, my dear Sharon.
Perhaps, LaChance, I can solve that problem for you. I already have a past history, as they say, with the butler Caprice. I can use my new hypnotic powers to catch Caprice away from the castle at some nearby club or bar. I shall enthrall him and entrance him, and of course I shall bite him and transform him into one of my minions. But before he makes the full transformation, he will do my bidding and get rid of the crucifix, which I am certain Count Pedestrian has to take off sometimes. Even if he sleeps in it, he must remove it when he takes a shower. Caprice can quickly dispose of the crucifix necklace, which will allow you to make your move. Don't worry, I will have it all carefully prearranged so that you can swoop in and take Pedestrian down when he is vulnerable. Caprice will even make sure the castle door is unlocked for you. Ha 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 ha. Capisco, I know that Judy Vincini is here in Rome, and I assure you that she will come here to talk to me if you call her and tell her I am here. Tell her an old friend of hers has arrived, Sharon Cielo, and that I have important news about her son. Believe me, dear, she will be here in a flash. If you don't mind, I will wait right here in the outer office until she does arrive. Grazie.
La vostri Carnagioni Paulida. Vincini Crima per il viso.
Well, I have good news, Miss Cielo. I conveyed the message that you asked to Judy Vincini, and she has confirmed that she will indeed be here as quickly as possible. So make yourself comfortable here in the outer area while you wait. Grazie, Miss Cielo.
My God, Judy is on the cover of Glamour magazine. Well, goody for her. That should have been me there. Oh well, her luck is about to turn. When I get my hands on her this time, or should I say, when I sink my teeth into her, the game changes forever in my favor. Ha 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 ha.
Show. Today's originally scheduled guest, Judy Vincini, the CEO of Vincini Cosmetics, was unable to appear due to a prior engagement with the European Vincini Cosmetics headquarters in Rome, Italy. Tonight's new guest is psychic and card reader Madame Paransky of Murgatroyd, mother of Mayor Paransky. The Les Tomac Show is brought to you by Vincini Cosmetics, makers of personal care products and super deluxe grocery store of Murgatroyd.
Les Tomac here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience and out there in the television audience as well. Welcome to the Les Tomac Show. Tonight we are welcoming Madame Paransky. You know her as the local card reader here in Murgatroyd. She can see into the future. She's psychic. She reads the crystal ball. She is also the mayor's mother. She is the mother of Mayor Paransky. So without further ado, we're going to have Madam Paransky here to read her cards and, of course, look into her crystal ball here tonight and tell us about the future of Murgatroyd. Welcome, Madam Paransky. Let's give her a big hand.
Well, yes, Tomac, first of all, I just want to thank you for having me here. And yes, I am the mayor's mother, and I'm proud of my son for being such a good mayor of Murgatroyd. Well, yes, I did bring the deck of cards here, and yes, of course, I'm gonna, well, I hate to break the news to you, being so recently married and all, but, honey, it's going to end in a divorce one day. Yes, it is. Emma Jean's going to divorce you. Anyway, listen, Les, you was asking me what the future of Murgatroyd is. Well, I brought my crystal ball. So I'm going to get it out. I mean, I just love playing with my ball. So here's my crystal ball, Les. Oh, I'm not trying to scare or alarm anybody, but, you know, Murgatroyd's under a curse from that Indian hundreds of years ago. And you know we've already been through a fire and that wooden thing tearing the place down. And then, of course, there was that Murgatroyd serial killer and all. Well, I'm going to tell you what. There's fixing to be a plague on this city. Now, let me just tell you. If I was you, I'd be going and buying a crucifix. I'm getting an image in my mind, an image of crosses. All right, y'all? I'm getting another image in my mind. Don't know what it means, but you know that young art critic, LeChance. You remember him that was on your show a few months ago? You know, he was the one that was on here after Blatson got killed over at the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. You know, when the Murgatroyd serial killer chopped him up. Anyhow, I'm telling you, I'm getting an image of LeChance, that young art critic in my mind. I don't know what it means at all. Anyhow, I want to thank you again. I understand I'm running out of time here. I see the band over there getting ready to play and everything. But, Les, it's just been a pleasure being here on your show. And everybody out there, I'm Madam Paransky. Come see me. It just costs you $20 to get your fortune read. Thank you.
And now, performing live, the Ghoulies with Nosferatu. Hey, Nosferatu, gonna drink some of blood tonight. Hey, Nosferatu, go, Nosferatu, Nosferatu. Choo, 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 choo. Nosferatu. Choo, 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 choo. Nosferatu, go, Nosferatu. Hey, Nosferatu. Go, Nosferatu, Nosferatu. Choo, 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 choo. Nosferatu, wow, Nosferatu.
First off, I want to thank you, Dr. Yetrick, and you, Dr. Reed Selmer, for agreeing to meet with me here in the lounge deck. I thought it was best to talk with you both before word gets back to Major Quint. Allow me to be blunt. There are 50 of us here, and there are 150 of you. So we're outnumbered at the get-go. We only represent 25% of the group here. A number of my followers, there's rumblings among them. They feel like this is a technocracy run by technocrats. I mean, both of you are scientists. Come on, this whole thing is a scientific expedition. I mean, look, here we are out here in space, 12 light years from Earth, and already you've picked up a cybernetic skateboarder, a creation of technology, I might add, and that flashy the paper doll creature, both of whom, I might add, Dr. Getrick, are products of the deadly technology we're trying to escape. Flashy the paper doll is an artificial life form created, or maybe concocted is a better term, by your own grandfather back at the biotech lab decades ago. I don't trust her. Isn't it strange to you that she was already here before we got here? She may be a plant or a spy sent out here to keep an eye on us or, God forbid, sabotage us.
Well, I am hearing what you are saying, but I can assure you that this is no technocracy nor is it a dictatorship run by Major Quint. Those two things are exactly two of the major things we were trying to get away from when we left Earth. But need I remind you that it's this technology that enabled us to get out here to the stars and travel some 12 light years out? And you do not understand the nature of Flashy the paper doll. My grandfather, the original Dr. Getrick, created her, and I can assure you she is not a spy and has no designs on what we are doing here on this ship. She is harmless to you and your followers, and she could even prove to be a valuable asset because of her hybrid biological nature, just as Timmy the skateboarder as a cybernetic being can be a valuable asset. I am amazed at how xenophobic and narrow-minded you have become, Father Luke Damiano Jr. You are creating fears and dangers that do not exist. Your main concern should be challenging circumstances we are faced with out here in space. Just take some time to think over what I have told you just now, and please tell your followers
Luke,
to do the same.
We are simply asking you and your followers to give things a chance. We have all only been out here a few weeks and it's way too soon for divisions and factions among us. We need to stick together. Our own survival as well as the future survival of the human race may be at stake. We still don't know what has happened back on Earth since we left, but you yourself were aware of the imminent threat of a nuclear holocaust. We all have to cooperate. We are the future hope of mankind, which is why this vessel was so named. Please be patient, Luke, and give things a chance. Your followers will listen to you. Persuade them to be patient and optimistic. This might be mankind's last chance. Last chance.
My lord, Countess Vincini desires your audience, sir. She desires to speak with you.
Well, Squire, of course I will grant Countess Vincini an audience. It would be quite impolite, with her being my guest, for me not to do so. Yes, I shall go and hear what she says.
So very, very pleased to meet you, Baron Lachance. The pleasure is all mine. I am here from Italy to make the trade agreement for the new cosmetics that I have developed with my alchemist friend, Silshan. I have need of a young lady from your court to try my new cosmetics out. Baron, If you have no objection, I like that one over there. If you could have one, your guards fetch her for me, please. She will do very nicely. She has a lovely complexion, and I am certain the new facial cosmetics that I have created with the help of my alchemist will make her even more radiant and beautiful than she already is, Baron. I also want to express my sincere gratitude for your hospitality, allowing me and Silshin and my jester Bongaliti to stay there for the next few weeks. Your hospitality is magnificent, Baron
De Rion de Grave. She is very lovely, and she has caught my eye more than once. Yes, Countess Vincini. No need to send a guard over there. I will go and fetch her myself for you, Countess.
Greetings, Countess Vincini. I am known as Sharon of CLO, and I am very grateful to be at your service.
Allow me to introduce myself to you, Sharon of CLO. I am the alchemist Selshin, and it would be an honor for you to try out my new facial application. Let us go into the castle, if it pleases Countess Vincini and our host Baron Lachance. I have a little room that was providing to me in which I can apply my new creation to your lovely face, my dear. Let us go there now.
Nutty as a fruitcake. Nutty as a fruitcake. I'm crazy. I don't exactly conduct my life according to what society deems acceptable now, do I? I don't exactly conduct my life according to what society deems acceptable now, do I? I don't exactly conduct my life according to what society deems acceptable now, do I? I don't get any peace of mind unless I get revenge. And I shall avenge you, son. You're my pride and joy. My pride and joy. And that bitch talks bad about you, left and right. Tried to destroy your career. So did that man she's married to. I'll get them both. I'll take care of them both. They're mine. They're mine. I don't get any peace of mind unless I get revenge. I miss you, son. I miss you, son. I will avenge your death. I will avenge your death. Ooh, how to do it. Well, I could cut her brake lines. That way she'd have a wreck. And I could probably slip a little poison into some bottled water. That'd take care of him. Yes. They're going to die. I'm going to avenge you, son. Yes, I am.
Everything changes tonight. Tonight begins my new life of power as I take over control of Judy Vincini and of her cosmetics company, Vincini Cosmetics. The tables are going to turn at long last.
It's me, Judy, just letting you know I'm on my way and will be there any minute now. Tell Sharon I will see her shortly. Thanks, Arrivederci.
Judy. Look into my eyes. You are mine, Judy, you will obey me and do my bidding. Stare deep into my eyes. Give up your neck to me. From this day forward you are my servant and you will do my bidding. Soon you will too transform after I have visited you 2 more times and partaken of your blood. This is your day of reckoning, Judy Vincini, your day of judgment is at hand. You have been conquered by Sharon C.L. Lowe and you will serve me now for eternity. For eternity.
Okay. Recorded live.
It's not just an opinion. It's your opinion. Into opinion radio. Dodo. Tune into opinion radio. Go, 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 go.
Good evening, listeners. This is Watson Kilroy with Opinion Radio, where you call in with your opinion. Everyone's got one and they all stink. And we have a caller on the line now.
Here, Watson Kilroy, this is, well, my son was Blatson the artist. And you know he was killed recently. He was stabbed to death over there in Paris, France by the Murgatroyd serial killer. And I'm just saying that a lot of people were responsible for his death. It's this reporter gal that writes at the paper and she's on TV too, this Imogene Flakowski. She attacked his art. She tried to destroy his career. She slandered him. She drug his name through the mud. She's a witch. She's horrible. She's part of why he died. And Les Tomac, too, they might as well have just killed him themselves, the way they talked about him, the way they treated him, the way they destroyed him and had no respect for... He was a great artist. He'll be remembered forever as one of the greatest artists of this century.
Well, now, wait a second, ma'am. Your son Blatson was killed by the Murgatroyd serial killer. You back here, Murgatroyd, have nothing to do with that.
It's a climate that was created, a climate of hate, a climate of disgust, a climate of not appreciating him.
Lady, not meaning to be disrespectful, but you lost your son. You are in a state of grief. And you just want someone to point the finger at. You need someone to lash out at, someone to blame.
Well, you're just like the rest of them. You don't understand me. You didn't understand Blatson either. I never saw you coming to his defense when Imogene Smakowski and Les Tomac were attacking him?
Oh, well, thank you anyways. This is Russell Kilroy with Opinion Radio.
Opinion Radio.
Detroit, you're watching CRZ1.
Geez, Dr. Derrickson. Thank you for seeing me. I want to thank you. I just don't know where to begin. Well, you know my name already. I'm Larry Canoli. I'm the assistant director for Anastas Believe Me, but he fired me. I mean, I have all these creative, wonderful, magnificent, fantastic ideas, but yet the man fires me. He fires me. So here I am on my own, trying to strike out, and what am I going to do? All right, well, I've got this one project. Okay, all right. There's this singer, okay? She's like a diva, all right, okay? So she's about to have like this hit record that's going to go crazy all over the country and all, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, she's going to get on stage that night, but then she like has this injury. Now, I imagine it as a foot injury, you know. I hadn't decided exactly how she was going to hurt her foot, but it was a foot injury. I was going to have this triumphal ending where she limps onto the stage and all in spite of her foot injury. But, no, I don't know. You know, there's this creative consultant. I call him an insultant. Anyway, there's this creative consultant. He says it should be a neck injury. So I've turned it around in my mind. You know, I've toyed with it and all. And I haven't decided whether to have her, you know, get whiplash in a wreck, or maybe her boyfriend, you know, like tackles her and like puts a stranglehold around her neck, you know, one of those wrestling moves or whatever. Anyway, you know, I like the idea of a neck injury. I mean, I can see how that has creative possibilities and potentials and all. And probably I'll go ahead and, you know, heed the advice of the creative consultant and go with the neck injury and what have you. After that, though, Dr. Derrickson, after that, I really want to break into nonfiction. You know, I want to make my mark in the documentary world. I've been wanting for, I don't know how long, at least a decade, maybe the past 10 years or all. I've been wanting to do a documentary on the extreme bastardization of high culture. Now, I know that's kind of an absurd term. It's a lofty term. It's a pseudo-intellectual term, you know, but I understand that certain people within certain circles will grasp my meaning. Now, the other documentary that I'd like to do is about elderly women at Arizona truck stops. I mean, you know, I don't know. I saw this thing about how there's so many interesting elderly women at Arizona truck stops, and I thought, well, you know, that'd make a hell of a documentary, Doc. It would, you know. I think it would be a hit. It would probably hit PBS. I could probably enter it at the Cannes Film Festival. I mean, who knows what? I mean, shit, it could have a life of its own on Netflix and YouTube, and who knows where else if I release it on DVD. You know what I'm saying? Just anyway, I'm probably going to do that. But you know what? I've always wanted to do a creature feature. As a kid, I was like enthralled with all those Universal horror movies. So, Doc, I want to do this like creature feature about this amorphous simian, you know, kind of a cross between the Blob and King Kong. I haven't worked all the logistics out on that yet, or the special effects. You know, I understand with CGI and all, they can do all sorts of things. I've never worked on a computer. Really don't know how I need to. I need an assistant director under me. You know, I have a few people that, you know, are like computer savvy and all. But anyway, Doc, I hope you can help me. That's why I'm here. Please help me, Doc. Help me, Doc.
certain that you do not want to discuss it or even remember it, but there is something that you have already done in the future back when you were still only human. And you know what it is, and so do Dr. Getrick and I, but no one else on board this vessel knows about it. Dr. Getrick and I watched it happen on the energy time flux monitor. I am talking about, of course, when you shoot and kill King Pedestrian in the year 2051. That is still 2 years from now, so it has not yet occurred, but we know that it will. In most people's minds, Timmy, that was a heroic act and you deserve a medal. I'm not sure that everyone here on the ship would be quite so understanding, so we probably need to keep this between us. But enough about that. I want to know how you are adjusting to life out here in space, live here on this ship. How are you holding up psychologically? We are a long way from home here in the Tau Ceti system, some 12 light years from Earth. Anyway, if you ever need to talk, Timmy, I am available. Now I must get to the debriefing that Major Quent is conducting with Flashy the paper doll. I believe Dr. Getrick is already there in the private conference room. See you later, Timmy. Take care. Take care.
Well, first of all, Flashy, I want to thank you for agreeing to this debriefing here with me. Since apparently, from all we've been able to gather, the general consensus from Dr. Reed Summer and Dr. Getrick is that you entered the energy time flux field at about the same time the ship launched here. Therefore, you left Earth at about the same time we did. I had hoped you would be able to provide us with information about what happened after we left, but apparently the best you can do is tell us exactly what was going on and what was happening at the time when you entered the energy flux time field. I'll be very grateful, Flashy, if you would please fill me in on that. Please tell me.
Well, Major Quent, I cannot tell you how grateful I am to have been rescued from that frigid ice world where I was frozen solid. Thank you for rescuing me and thawing me out. I can tell you this much, during those last days when you were preparing this vessel, the Future Hope, for launch, our paper doll spies had gathered intelligence indicating that King Pedestrian planned a thermonuclear strike against Paris, France, to try to wipe out the largest European population center of paper dolls. I knew then that we needed to begin evacuation immediately, and the energy flux time field began appearing more often, actually recurring every few minutes in intervals about 14 minutes apart. Thousands of paper dolls left through the energy time flux field each time it reappeared, but my family and I waited until the very last. They all insisted that I go first, which is apparently how I was brought to the frozen ice world where you found me. Woody and the Paper Towel twins and the Uncle Frank twins left after me, so I cannot be sure if they escaped or not. I certainly hope that they did. I hope that someday, somehow, I can gain access to the energy flux time field to locate them and that I can rejoin them, wherever they ended up traveling. It is my hope that you and Dr. Getrick and Dr. Reb Summer might help me to achieve this someday. I hope so. I hope so.